Well, hey guys, it's Jenny, and I always talk about the value of using the tool Google Forms. And I've come to discover that not everybody knows how to set up a Google form, and it's actually pretty easy. So I thought I'd just record a video and walk you through step by step how to set up a Google form that can then gather information from clients. You can use it for a opt-in to win type event where they fill out the form and then you get all of the information in one nice little tidy place, which is an amazing thing. You could also use it in some of your touches to your clients, like to encourage them to fill out a VIP form or what they love most about their house to help you with marketing. You can use a Google form in so many ways. And so I thought I'd share with you really quick. I'm going to start at the very beginning. It's a very good place to start. So as I share my screen, I am going to log in to the Google. And you see here, up in the top right corner are all the different apps that Google provides for us. So inside of there, you get this opening up to show you all the apps, and just find the one that says Forms. It's purple. So click on Forms, and you can see all the different previous forms that I've ever created, and there's a lot. But let's just start from scratch. But I want to point this out. Up here are what are called templates. So Google is super smart. They have some already pre-created that you could use. So take some time and go through the template gallery, or you can just start from scratch, which is what we do many times, or we use an older one and just update it. So this is the inside of a Google form. Now you just get to do a few things here that will get you off and going. And then over time, you could totally plus it and decorate, add pictures, change the font, change the colors, and get really fancy. But for today's purposes, just to figure out how to do a Google form, I'm going to walk you through it. So this is the title. And today I'm going to say test. This is the title of our form. And so if you look up here in the left corner, that's going to be saved and named as test. So you know how we just came back into the forms folder, it will later on just live there inside of your Google. So we're going to name it. Now, here's what's fun. You can change the fonts, you can add links, all that fancy stuff. Then you could say what you are describing. So whatever you want people to know. So if it's an opt-in to win, you could say, thank you for playing along with us. Go ahead and fill out all this information and we'll let you know the winner of our giveaway on this day. Go to our YouTube page or go to our Facebook page. I don't know. I'm making things up. So this can be edited, or you can leave it blank. It's totally fine too. So there is the header of your form. Now the questions. You get to pick. What are the questions? What do you want to know from them? So you're going to have question number 1. Now, what's fun about this is you have multiple ways to find out. It can be a multiple choice response. You could instead put a short answer. So if you ask a question like, what is your name? A short answer does well for them to say the answer to their name. Now, if you want more information, like provide feedback or a review or a testimonial about all the things we did and what you liked or this or that, you can add a paragraph that will allow for extra information to be added whenever they receive the form from you. You can do multiple choice, checkbox, drop down, whatever you want. The most common are going to be the short answer, multiple choice type things. Play with it and see what you like. So let's say I am just going to do some short answers, like I want to know their name. And then sometimes you got to define it, because remember, clarity is power. And so I always do first and last, because people need to know, because if they don't know, they'll just put in Jenny or something. Okay, so you've got your first question. Now you want to ask some more questions. So I then go right here to this next one, and it's going to be basically the same, but I'm going to add. So all I did was click the duplicate little button right there, duplicate. And then I'm going to say, instead of name, I'm going to say address. Okay, cool. Same short answer. And then I want to know their email address. Cool. Still short answer. And then I want to know their phone number, if they will provide it. Now, here's the kicker. I forgot to tell you this. If this is for some kind of a contest or giveaway, you just click inside of the box and look right here. You can turn on required. This means they must fill out the answer to this question in order for it to get submitted. So if you're doing especially giveaways, you want to have all of these turned on to be required, right? Okay, and then lastly, let's say a final question would be, how did you hear about us? This is one we've used. How did you hear about this giveaway? I'm just making this up. But then, because I wanted to gather how people are finding out this information, and so I did multiple choice. So right here, see how I clicked multiple choice, and then I'm going to go to option 1. I'm going to say Facebook. And then I'm just going to hit enter, and I'm going to say, got an email. Push enter, a text. All the different ways that they could have received the giveaway information for them to be filling out this form, right? All right, and that's it. That's it. So we are done with our form. Now, the next little button. So these are the questions. This is what your form is going to look like. So let's pause right there. So just to kind of see where you are, if you go up to this right corner here, you've got a preview, an eyeball. So let's just go see what it looks like so far. So whenever you share this, either through an email or just the link inside of places, this is what they're going to see. So they're going to see whatever you wrote. Hey, take this survey, answer these questions for a chance to win, whatever you put up here. And then they're going to see what they have, and then they're going to submit their form. That's where we are so far. Now, a couple little behind the scenes back end stuff that need to happen, because I've experienced this, is inside of the responses. So when people fill out this form, they are going to come right here. They're all going to be listed. But what makes it easier is if I click right here, this little green icon, it says create a spreadsheet. So when people start filling out this form, I'm going to create a new spreadsheet for the name of this form that I have and hit create. And it's going to be awesome because now, as people are filling everything out, I'm going to get the data in the form of a spreadsheet. Now, this is easier to see and read and then share if you have an admin that can help put people into your database, or you can adjust and see what's going on here. So I love that ability to turn it into a spreadsheet. But also what you need to check is when you go into the settings, I never worry about much of these settings at all. They're just preset to work for us. But if you go into the responses, make sure that you uncheck this little button right here, because currently what this says is that when I send out this form, only people with a Wolek Group email are going to be able to open it. Now, we've had this happen, and if it does happen to you, it's totally cool, because even if you sent out the form to your database or posted it somewhere and you forgot to uncheck that button, you're like, oh my God, I forgot. It's okay, because at any time you just uncheck it and everybody will be able to fill it out. So don't fear if you forget that step, but that's why, because you'll sometimes get people that respond back and they say, I can't open this. Have you guys had that happen? I have. When I've done it for other people, and I'm like, yeah, you go into the settings and go into the responses and make sure you turn off the restriction. That's it. The rest of the stuff inside of settings, I don't worry a thing about. You can, if you want, you can play with things. Now, where you can make it extra creative and fun is this little paint palette right here. It says customize the theme. Now, inside of here, this is your own creativity, or you can leave it exactly the way it is and it's totally fine. You can change the text style. You could change the header by inserting a picture. How fun is that? So if you had a graphic for an event, you could insert a picture or not. It doesn't matter. You can even then change the color. So maybe your business colors are green, or you just love teal, Whatever it is, you can change it. How fun is this? And just play with the different settings, right? Good times. Now, let's just kind of see. So the Wolek Group, we're blue. So we're going to stick with our blue color here. And so now I'm about ready to send it off and share it with people. But first, I'm going to preview it and just make sure all the typos are good. I might even play with it and submit just to see if it works and what it looks like. Okay, so I've tested it. That's good. But then I'm going to send it. So you have a couple options here. You just send it and you type in an email address. You could type in multiple email addresses here if you'd like. Now, what it looks like, if I sent this to you as an email, it's going to say, I've invited you to fill out a form. And then it's going to have a link to Google Forms to take you to the internet. Or if you click include this form inside of their email, so you know when you open up an email, the form is just already there and you don't have to send them out. It's just inside of the email. You fill it out, click submit, and you're good. You get to pick how you want that to work. But how we mostly use forms is we go right here to this little link, and here you have the link to your Google form. But that's really long. And so Google's so smart, they have created a shortened URL for us. So now you have your form living right here inside of this little tiny link, and you can just copy it. And now you could go and post it inside of a social media post or inside of an email, but maybe you just have a click form here instead of all the words and all the letters that are inside of the link here. So how, again, you can test it to make sure that it's actually working, go up to a new browser and just paste in the form, and voila, it works. So that is how you create a Google form. I don't know what any of that other stuff is, but that's cool. You guys can figure it out and let me know. All right, I hope this is helpful and have a great day. Again, I just appreciate you so much for letting me share. Sometimes I'm super knowledgeable on things and sometimes I'm not, and I know just enough to get me in trouble. So hopefully this will help you to, whenever I share, okay, you create a form, you saw that it could really honestly take 10 to 12 clicks to have a Google form that you share with your people, you share with your team, you share with your community, whatever you need a form for, whatever you need to ask them questions about, whatever results you're looking for, you can use a form. So there you go. Appreciate you. See you later. Bye.